has the second largest population of any nation on Earth. Its 1 billion people live in an area only 1/3 the size of the continental United States. With so many people, India has not been able to provide adequate jobs, housing, and social services. In the face of such enormous needs, a number of Christian groups are stepping in to help. Here's how Youth with a Mission is coming to the aid of families trapped in the squalid slums of Madras.
8 million people live in the South Indian city of Madras, known as Chennai. Unfortunately, 2.5 million of them live in slums. Indians are drawn to the city hoping to make big money, but soon find out it's not a land flowing with milk and honey. Most new arrivals are poor villagers who can't afford house rent, so they end up living in a squatter's village or slum. 2,000 people live just in this particular slum, which is smaller than 2 soccer fields.
It's a hellhole they're living in.
There's no running water or electricity here. Open sewage, piles of trash, and swarms of flies breed constant sickness and disease. Local Christians and Youth with a Mission, or YWAM teams, working in these slums face enormous challenges.
I think the greatest thing that people face in the slums is rejection. They feel like they're outcast of society. And when Christians come in and just sit with them and make friends with them and share the gospel with them, give them medical help, love them, help them with their income, give them jobs, they feel somebody cares for me.
Many of the slum dwellers have TB or some form of cancer. This woman's husband was very sick. They prayed with him and he was baptized before he died. Others have been healed as the team prayed for them.
The doctor said the baby would not live, and so the team again just came in, and a real faith-believing team. They laid hands on the little baby, and looks pretty good to me. Looks like the child's doing pretty good.
Prayers for help were answered when medical personnel joined the ministry. They treat the squatters for everything from simple colds to open sores. They've earned the respect of the people, despite having to make do with limited medical supplies. The ministry team also find themselves dealing with hurting relationships. This woman was about to break up with her husband. The team counseled her, and the marriage was saved. And now she's become a Christian. In the summer months, temperatures inside these huts soar to 120 degrees, creating a serious threat of fires. Within minutes, a whole neighborhood can go up in flames. Invariably, it's the small children and old folks who die in the fire. But miracles do happen. Not long after this lady became a Christian, her hut caught on fire. She says she cried out to the Lord, and immediately the fire died down. But if the summer is bad, the monsoon season is even worse.
When the rains come in here, this will be like a river just flowing through here.
Rainwater mixes with open sewage and trash and flows right into the huts. Cholera and malaria rise to epidemic proportions. To provide some relief, the ministry brought in plastic sheets to cover the roof, the muddy floors and holes in the wall.
Actually, the people almost broke out into a riot when we came because they were so desperate wanting the plastic just to protect themselves from the heavy rain that was coming in. So once we did that, we had a big open door here, and people really responded to us.
This particular slum has been here for the past 21 years, but the people have little incentive to fix their huts. After all, they say the land still belongs to the government. Without warning, the authorities will come in and bulldoze a whole village. That's what happened to this group. With nowhere to go, they ended up living on the sidewalks. When the men find work as rickshaw drivers, construction workers or porters, they make good money, but it's soon squandered on alcohol, drugs, witchcraft and gambling, so the cycle of poverty never ends. It's up to many of the women to find jobs to support their families, but on payday, many husbands forcefully take the money away.
When the husband doesn't give money, they found that they cannot give food for the children, they are not able to educate.
To counter the problem, the YWAM team began a savings program for these women.
This is the book that they are using it. Every week they enter the rupees and it's a total.
When the group's account reaches 500 rupees or $12, these women can take out a loan to start a small business.
So they are able to make money, and that gives them a confidence that they can support the family, but they didn't have a hope.
While the women are at work, some of the children attend a daycare center, also started by the team. The children get an education with biblical values, along with one healthy meal a day. The practical love shown by these Christian workers has opened the hearts of people in the slums of Madras. There's even a small church in each of the slums where they work.
It's one thing to come in the slum and preach that Jesus loves you, but they have to see it from us as Christians. And the more they see it, then the more they begin to accept and respond to the gospel.
George Thomas, Christian World News.
You can find this story and more on the World Wide Web at cwnews.org. We'll be back in a moment. Please stay with us. When we come back, the untold story of Super Bowl 36.
I'm just putting a cross, taping a cross on the front of their helmet. Well, you have to remember who got you here, and if it wasn't for the Lord, I wouldn't be here.
Communication is the lifeline of today's world. And at the Regent University College of Communication and the Arts, journalists, communicators, filmmakers, writers, and performers are trained by experts to become a vital link in today's culture. The college offers the MA in Communication, the MA in Journalism, the Master of Fine Arts in Script and Screenwriting, and a PhD in Communication, all taught from a Judeo-Christian perspective. As a College of Communication and the Arts student, you can also enhance your degree with classes and joint degrees with other schools at Regent University, including business, counseling, divinity, education, law, government, and organizational leadership. If you're ready for a challenge, ready to pursue a degree that can make a world of difference, then call today to receive this free brochure about the Regent University College of Communication and the Arts. It's a degree that will mean the world to you.
Coming soon.
I lived with the refugees, I ate with them, I worked with them, I traveled with them, and I just began to really feel for them the things they've gone through.
A personal look at human suffering in Afghanistan.
The Taliban put my husband in jail, and I do not know if he is dead or alive.
Find out how Christians are helping this mother face an uncertain future. Catch this report and more on the next Christian World News. Welcome back. It's not often the Super Bowl lives up to all the hype, but American football fans were not disappointed with this year's game in New Orleans. The gripping Super Bowl contest between the New England Patriots and St. Louis Rams drew a total of 86.8 million television viewers. Our sports reporter Andrew Knox was in New Orleans to bring us the key plays of the game and to talk with some of the players.
The New England Patriots shocked the Rams in Super Bowl 36. Second quarter, Patriots down by 3. Ty Law intercepts this Kurt Warner pass and races 47 yards for the touchdown. 7-3 New England. Late in the half, Rams try to get something going. Warner completes one to Ricky Prohl, but it's knocked loose, and New England recovers. That sets up this pass for Brady to a diving David Patton, making it a stunning 14-3 New England lead at the half. Third quarter, this Warner touchdown run pulls the Rams to within 7. Then with just over a minute left, Ricky Prohl's touchdown catch ties it up at 17.
And Ricky Prohl is going to score.
But the Patriots refuse to head into overtime. This Adam Vinatieri field goal seals it as time expires. New England takes Super Bowl 36, 2017.
The word tells us that we delight ourselves in the Lord, He will give us the desires of our heart. You know, yes, I desire to win a Super Bowl, but I don't ask Him for a Super Bowl, but I ask Him just to bless me. You know, just use me for the upbuilding of His kingdom. And tonight, He's blessed me to be a Super Bowl champion, and I told Him, I promised Him that I would give Him the glory and the praise.
How does this impact your faith and help you learn as you move forward?
Oh, it doesn't impact my faith anything. If anything, it makes my faith stronger because I know that God is faithful. And you know, we prayed and we believed it and we knew we were going to come here and we felt like we were going to get a victory out of this. And like I say, you know, a few turnovers, a few mistakes, that's all it was. You know, God put us in a position and He's still going to get all the praise and the glory and the honor out of this game.
Just putting taping a cross on the front of their helmet. It's one thing they can't make us take off, even with all the uniform, you know, rules and stuff. And obviously, you talk about keeping focused. It's right in front of your face, and we talk about fixing our eyes, you know, on Christ. And you know, and that's a focal point for me. You know, good plays, bad plays. You know, you have to remember who got you here, and if it wasn't for the Lord, I wouldn't be here.
Super Bowl 36 is history, and as football fans leave New Orleans, Mardi Gras maniacs move in. But you know, over the past week, we've had many football players telling us what really takes priority in their life. At the annual Super Bowl breakfast, Darren Woodson received the Bart Starr Award for outstanding character and leadership.
He just came to me. And when he did so, I got on my knees and I prayed for about 2 or 3 hours. And that night, I became a better man.
After 50 years in the game, Pat Summerall has seen quite a change.
There was a time in this league, in the National Football League, when if you were a Christian, very few people stood up. If they were, they sort of kept it in the closet. But of late, and as the years pass, people more and more are standing up and saying, I'm a Christian. And I'm proud of it.
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I put my faith and my trust in Him. I don't put it in my own abilities. See, because this whole time, as long as the camera's in my face, as long as the mic is in my mouth, I'm going to glorify, I'm going to praise God.
Jesus was perfect, and, you know, we're not. So, you know, our goal is to try to follow His footsteps the best that we can. You're going to mess up, you know, but, you know, through His righteousness and His sacrifice, you know, we're redeemed and we're saved.
My life verse is Matthew 6:33 that says, seek ye first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all this shall be added unto you. And it really has shown me how that has come to pass, that once I gave my life to Jesus and directed everything that I do